Hey, it's Bret Gregory. I'm so glad to be here with you and have you here. If you can see my screen and hear my voice, please go right over to the questions box and type in that you can see me and hear me. If you can see my screen and hear my voice, please go to the questions box and tell me that you can see me and hear me. And then also, please tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. We have a global audience here, and I love knowing where in the world you are tuning in from. It's so exciting to me and such an honor to me to be able to touch people's lives all over the world and give you as much value and education as I can, because you are an enlightened entrepreneur who's looking to attract customers now. And that's exactly what we're going to do today on this live webinar jam here. So do me a favor, right when you come in, go to the questions box and tell me what city and country you're tuning in from so I can welcome you. Hey, Mark, you can see me and hear me. Hi, Christina, glad to see you as well. We've got Mona from Vancouver Island, and Yvette is from, whoa, we're moving so fast. Christina, Yvette, Marie, Stone, Linda, Dawn, Dion, Cheryl, Maureen from Vancouver. Cheryl's in Chicago. Dion, hey, Dion from South Africa. What's up, buddy? And we got Renee K is from Toronto. Narelle is from, hey, Narelle from New Zealand. Haven't seen you in a while. Virgil is from North Carolina. We got Maha from Vancouver. Christy's from Germany. Oh my gosh. Christina, hey, good to see you. Mark is from Northern California, and Marie's from Montreal. It's so awesome to have you here. I love the global audience. And what I want you to do right now is tell me, what is your #1 challenge that you're having right now today getting customers from Facebook? So just go to the questions box again. Tell me, what is your #1 challenge that you're facing today getting customers from Facebook? And then we're going to jump in and show you, one of my all-time most productive techniques for attracting customers to your Facebook page and making your Facebook page go viral, called the photo album stack. And we're going to jump in and we're going to show you how to do it. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to attract new customers to you. And I can also answer any questions that you have regarding your Facebook marketing. So tell me your #1 challenge that you're having right now today, getting customers from Facebook. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to share my screen. So we're going to walk you through the first part of today's presentation, where I'm going to tell you your photo album stack technique. So Linda says getting likes is the hardest thing. Maureen says making time to actually jump in and do it. Well, I'm going to show you, both of you today, Linda and Maureen, exactly what you can do today to help grow likes, and how can you save time on Facebook, because there's a great way to just manage your Facebook time so that you spend only 5 minutes a day. So Dawn says getting people to comment on our post. Christina says you run ads to the photo album stack, but I don't seem to get too many customers or sales from Facebook. Okay, great point, Linda, to get clicks on my webpage link. Okay, so we're going to start with the simplest part, which is getting likes and attracting new customers, getting discovered by new people by creating a photo album stack so that you can go, your page and your content can go Facebook and get shared virally on Facebook. So let's jump in here, and we're going to start with the photo album stack. And once I hit play, as I go through, I can't see the questions for just about 7 slides, so just bear with me. I'm going to go right through these, and then I'll come back and answer all of your questions. So Linda says she wants to get comments. Christina wants to get more links. Was that links or likes, Christina? Let me know. Okay, here we go. So we're going to jump in. So this is my #1 all-time most productive technique to get likes on my Facebook page, which is step 1 to getting customers to come from you from Facebook. So we're going to go over the photo album stack and how to virtually guarantee that your photos get shared virally and your page grows organically. And then I'm going to show you how to, what step 2 is, how to take those actual images and turn them into people and leads who can then come and purchase from you. So photo album stack is my #1 technique, #1 viral technique to how I grew 2 pages to over 300,000 fans. And actually one of our pages is over 1.3 million fans, million likes, excuse me. Fans was the old way of saying it. Likes, that is. How you can get organic growth, how you can guarantee that you'll find photos that can get shared virally. You can leverage social proof. It's the simplest and fastest way to grow your Facebook page. You can do it in 5 minutes a day, and you can get free fan page growth, or you can pay a little bit of money to get your page to grow even faster. Okay, so here's an example of what a photo album stack looks like. So to be clear, what the photo album stack is it's, again, the reason why you do it is it's a great way to get your content seen and attract new likes. So that's why we do it. It's to help increase our visibility, increase our reach, and attract customers that we want to attract to click the like button on our Facebook page, which is step one of getting customers. So you first want to turn traffic into fans, and then fans into customers. And I use the word fans, it's really likes, but hopefully you get my meaning. And what we do, so what is the photo album stack? Well, what we're doing is we're stacking viral photos into one album on our Facebook page. And when you do the photo album stack, so you don't just put photos on your wall, you put photos into an album. And you need to put 4 or more photos. It used to be a different number. Facebook makes changes all the time. Right now, it's 4 or more photos. So if you have less than 4, it doesn't work as well. So do a minimum of 4. And what it does is it creates this eye-catching news feed layout that's really easy to get likes on. So it's a great way to get your content shared and liked by people so that they can discover you. And so the other main reason, the other part of the photo album stack is that what we're doing is, while we're stacking photos into an album, we're also stacking likes in that album. And I'm going to do a live demonstration for you in just a moment here. But whenever you post one photo on Facebook, any individual photo, whether it's inside the album or not, any one photo will always start out with 0 likes, 0 comments, and 0 shares. And however, an album has a unique feature that once a day, if you add new photos to the album itself will repost back on your Facebook page wall, and it will carry all of the likes that you have accumulated. So let me give you an example. The first time you put photos into an album on your Facebook page, and I'll do the live demo in just a minute, but the first time you put in photos to your album, it's always going to start out with 0 likes, 0 comments, and 0 shares. All of my albums started that way. All albums will always start that way. However, when you do your first photo album, let's say you get 10 likes the first day that you do it. And then 24 hours later, you do it again the next day, and you get another 10 likes. Now your album will have 20 likes. And you do it again the third day, and then your album will have 30 likes, and 40 likes, and 50 likes, and so on. And what you're doing is you're stacking the likes in the album. So the unique feature of the album is that it keeps the likes that you've had before. So you can just keep stacking likes, and there's, I believe, a maximum of 1,000 photos in an album. But so it's going to take you a while doing 4 photos at a time to get there. But let's say you do get there, you can always go in and delete some old photos and just continue adding new photos, stacking new photos into the album forever, really, just so long as you stay below that 1,000 photo like, okay? So the other piece of this is that, again, just a reminder, why we do this is we're stacking the likes. And the reason why we're stacking the likes is because the more likes you have, the more you get. The more you get, the more people see your post, okay? And so in this case, this was a post that we did with no advertisement. We didn't spend any money, and it reached 255 people. And while that may seem like a lot, it may seem like a very small amount. I'm going to show you right now how to turn it into a much larger amount. And also, when if you think about it, if you only reach, let's say you only reach, a couple hundred people every time you do it, well, that adds up. That adds up quickly. You know, and if you have 250 people, you do it 4 times, you've reached 1,000 people. So it does add up. But how can you make this go even faster? Well, you can do what's called a boosted post in your photo album stack. And you see the bottom, you know, right, the big red arrow down at the bottom, you see that button that says boost post. This is the simplest form of Facebook ad that can supercharge your photo album stack, okay? Now, I did hear from some people recently that said they were not able to boost a post on their album. I've heard that before. It actually, there was a period of time where my boost post button disappeared from all the albums, but then it came back. So as of right this moment, we're still able to boost posts in our photo album stack. But when you do your photo album, you see the blue button down at the bottom, boost post. That's what we're talking about. That's the simplest form of Facebook ad to supercharge your photo album stack. Now let me give you an example. Here was another photo album stack that we did, and we clicked the boost post button, and I spent $10, just $10, and we reached 10,853 people. And so when you spend money on a boosted post, there's a button that replaces the boost post button that says view results. You can click on view results and you can see how your boost post did. So for $10, we reached over 10,000 people. We got 676 photo clicks and link clicks and so on. But what is happening here is that we are reaching people who had never heard of us before. In this particular page, and we did this as a test example, this is our wellness page, we were reaching people who had never heard of us before, and that's how we can start to attract customers and get viral growth and get new people to come and check out our information and, you know, click on links and things like that. So what we care about here is this reach. So that number of reach, that's just number of people who see your content. Okay, so now let me go, I'm gonna field a few questions here, and then I'm gonna go show you an example here. So let's go to Linda says what she needs is getting pictures to look great and inviting. Okay, I got a great technique for you there, Linda. Cheryl needs traffic. Mark, is this being recorded? Always, my friend. Nikki, see you're looking forward to today's session. Nikki from Scottsdale. Monica's from Melbourne. Maria's from Cape Town. Linda needs more page likes. Hey, Rochelle, it's good to see you here. I'll be talking to you. I think we have a call scheduled for in the next day or so. Rochelle says, do you share the album daily by adding 4 photos a day? The answer is yes, absolutely. And Dion says the challenge that Facebook has been charging for ads I never run. That sounds unusual, Dion. Maybe we can figure that out together. Okay, so let's just go and show you here. I'm now on my test page, and so what I'm going to show you here is a photo album stack. So here's the photo album stack that you see before as an example. And I'm just going to go and do one. Let me just go and do one right now so you can see it. So first off, where most people, so we're on our business Facebook page. I'm not on my personal profile, okay? This is where we always do the photo album stack, on our business page. And if I click on here, you know, what most people do is they click on photo, you know, right here, photo video, and it gives you some options. You can upload a photo, you can create a photo album, or you can create a photo carousel, which is, all of these things are really cool. But right now we're just talking about the photo album itself, okay? So if you've never done this before, the very first time you just click create photo album, okay? It's that simple. You click create photo album and you go and add your photos to the stack. And I'll show you in a minute where to get some amazing photos, but that's how you do it, okay? The next thing that you do is, see it says timeline about photos right here. So on day 1, the very first time you do it, you create the photo album. The second time you do it a slightly different way. So I'm going to do the stack again. I'm going to click on photos here. All right, so there I just clicked on photos. And now I'm going to click on albums. So step 1, you click on photos. Step 2, you click on albums. And now you go and add, this is where you then add your photos. So I'm going to do this one. Yoga makes me happy because this is one of our test photo albums. and I'm just going to add the photos, this big plus button that says add the photos. So let's go ahead and add the photos here. I'm going to grab some photos that I have from before. So let me just find my viral photos, and I'll show you where to get those viral photos in just a moment. Here's our viral images. So let's take a look at these, and hang on just a moment. All right, so here's some images that we have that have gone viral for us in the past here. So let me just grab a few of these. Actually, hang on just a moment. I'm going to see if I can find a different one that will, oh, I think I moved it to my desktop. Hang on just a moment here. Let's see if I can find it here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, so now I'm just going to grab 4 photos. So you can take a look at these photos. Here's 1, 2, let's grab 3 and 4. All right, and then I'm just going to click open. All right, it is that easy. You simply select the album, you upload the images, and then you hit post as soon as they're done uploading. And that's all you need to do. So while we're waiting for this, there's a lot of people on the webinar, so it's kind of slowing down the internet at the moment. While we're waiting for this, I'm going to come back here and show you how it all works. And this is what it's going to look like. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it's still uploading. We'll give it a minute, and we'll let it finish the uploading. But once you have the photo album stack done, you'll see that it looks like this. And here's the magic of this. Once you post, here's the 418 likes that it keeps, okay? The album has accumulated all of those likes. We didn't get 418 likes on one post. We've accumulated it over time. Also, you can see 48 shares and 45 comments. The thing that's magical about that is that when other people see your photo album stack post, then you get you can attract more likes. The more likes you have, the more likes you get, the more likes you get, the more people see your post. Okay, so here's so the upload completed. All right, and so these are our viral images. And Christina asked, what do you mean by viral photos? I'll give you some in just a moment. So then I'm going to click post right here. All right, so now now it just finished, so I just did the post. So now let's go back to our wall, and this is the Facebook page wall right here. All right, so here we go. Here it is. This is the one that I just did, and you can tell I just did it because it says just now. Wellness added 4 new photos to the album Yoga Makes Me Happy just now. And you can see here 418 likes, 48 shares, and 45 more comments. Okay, we just did that just now. So that's the magic of the photo album stack, is that it retains all of those likes, comments, and shares. And remember, the more likes you have, the more you get. The more you get, the more people see your post. And here's a great tip, a great suggestion. If I were starting out from scratch, if I were just starting this, what I would do is I would make myself a $100 budget to advertise and boost the post on Facebook so that we could quickly grow to this high number of likes, comments, and shares. And remember, the reason why we do this is to attract new people to our page so that we can get discovered by new people who never would have found us if we did not do this. Okay, and now what I would do is you take that $100 budget and you, oh, I don't know why it said delete. There we go. We take the $100 budget, and I would break it up into $10 a day. So I would do the photo album stack 10 days in a row, and I would just spend $10 a day when I would do that. And when we do that, you can see here for $10, the estimated number of people reached on Facebook here is between 2,800 and 7,500. Usually when we use these viral photos, we usually get closer to 7,500. We usually get more. And so I click that very simple boost post button, and it allows me to make a very, very simple advertisement on Facebook, okay? And I'm not gonna worry about all this other stuff down here. I'm just gonna do it for one day, all right? So spend the whole $10 in 24 hours. And then this is what the post is going to look like right here. It's going to look like this, okay? And you see here, here's again the magic, 422 likes, 47 comments, 48 shares. that is going to help us get even more likes, comments, and shares. That is the social proof that we need so that other people will also click the like button on it. And the more likes you have, the more you get. The more you get, the more people see your post. So you would just click this boost post button here, and that's it. You're done. Now, I'm not going to do it right now because this is a training class, but all you do is you just click the boost post button, and then your ad is up and running. And I can target people who like my page, but I would prefer to keep it people who like your page and their friends, because that's typically going to be a larger audience, okay? And there's all sorts of fun places and ways that you can choose through targeting. So we won't get into that too much today, but you just click the boost post button, and that's it. You are done. That is how you do the photo album stack. So let's, okay, so Rochelle asks, what is the audience that boosting the post chooses? Great question, Rochelle. If you, usually it defaults to one of these two things, people who like your page or people who like your page and their friends. Okay, so let me just take a look at this. If I select people who like my page, you can see there's a smaller number of people who will be reached on Facebook. But if I choose people who like my page and their friends, it's a much larger number. For some reason, Facebook is, oh, here we go. It's a much larger number. You can see here 4,600 to 12,000 people. So that's a much bigger number. Or I could click this one that says people you choose through targeting, and I could go in and edit the audience, and you just click this edit audience button, and then we can go and create the audience of who we want it to target. Okay, but for now, I'm going to leave it at the default, people who like your page and their friends. Hopefully that answers your question, Rochelle. Linda asks, what about using your own photos? I design jewelry and I want to see my designs. Absolutely, Linda, you can definitely do that. One of the things that you can do, because the photo album stack, you can always edit the album anytime you want. I would start off, Linda, by posting viral photos and doing a boosted post. And then, so do that maybe your first 5 or 6 times until you get your first few hundred likes with your boost. Then I would start, so let's say, you do 10 posts 10 days in a row. On day 11, then you can start using your jewelry photos and your design photos and things like that. So you can mix them in, Cheryl, or excuse me, Linda. You can mix them in with your other viral posts. So that can work extremely well. A lot of times people ask me the question, hey, this is great if you have a wellness page or a yoga page, but what about me? I'm a consultant, I'm a coach, I'm an author or a speaker. Well, you can post any type of photos that you want in here. You do not have to post these kinds of photos. You can post any kind of photos that you want in the stack. You can post photos of you at a networking meeting. So maybe you're at a networking meeting and you take out your phone and you take some selfies. I do that all the time on the photo album stack. So you can post any photos that you want. What this technique does that I'm teaching you, starting off with the viral photos, that helps you get the likes and comments and shares quickly and easily to give you a jump start for your photo album stack. Once you have a few hundred likes, comments, and shares, then you can go in and start adding your other photos. So hopefully that answers your question, Linda. Cheryl, my page shows my paintings. Is it okay to use other people's work for the album or a combo of both? Yeah, combination of both is fine, Cheryl. Just make sure you have permission to use the photos. Excuse me here while I take a quick sip of water. Sorry about that. So you can use other photos as well. So if for those of you who are interested in, if you want to get my top 15 all-time most viral photos, I can give them to you for free. Just go into the questions box and write in the word viral photos. If you want my top 15 all-time most viral photos, just go in the questions box and write in viral photos. And I'm going to select here, I'll put in the link for you so that you can get my viral photos template. So I'll put that in there if for people who want it. I could show you the viral photos template. So this is an example. This comes in a PowerPoint template They're fully editable, proven, powerful Facebook images that have already gone viral, and you have permission to use them. So you can use those photos. Let me show you a, okay, so a few people want the viral photos here. So I'm putting the link in there. So click on the link, it's profitfbads.com. So just type, you can click on that link and you can go here and you can just download the photos, put in your name and email, and you'll get those images. The next thing is, while this is great, but there's only 15 photos here. Let's, now you can, let me just show you a way to get a lot more photos. So here's a couple of free resources that I like. I like canva.com, all right? So this is how you can get lots of other viral photos. Here's some free resources. Canva, CANVA.com is a great, that's a great resource. Okay, so you can go to canva.com. And then you can also have a, you can also use my other favorite place. What Canva is, by the way, is it allows you, it's a great place where you can find, it's got tons of photos for free, and you can also purchase some photos. Okay, so it's not just any photo, or excuse me, there's tons and tons of photos that you can use and create for free, but then they also have photos that you can purchase for $1. So it's a great free resource. So you can check out canva.com. The other place that I really like to get photos is you can go to it's Flickr. There we go, Flickr, and you go to the Creative Commons section of Flickr. So this is, there's literally in this link here, there's 60 million photos that are Creative Commons licensed, which means you can use them. Oh, look at this, 67 million photos. And actually, if you add up these others, I mean, it's over like, here's 90 million photos. I mean, there's so many photos. But you have to follow the Creative Commons rules, but it's very, very simple. And so what this says is the attribution license of Creative Commons means that you let others copy, distribute, display, and perform your copyrighted work, but only if they give you credit. So here's an example of how you can use Flickr to find your own viral photos. So I'll go to Flickr here, and I'm going to, let's type this in, nature images. All right, so let's look up nature images. And Virgil asks, gonna have to take care of an unexpected worker question. You're looking for a photo some weeks ago of a storm on the left with a rainbow on the right. I remember that photo, but I apologize, Virgil. I'm not 100% sure where that photo is, so I don't know that I can find that for you on this webinar. But take a look at this. So you see here, we're on Flickr now, and I just typed in nature images. That's all. And now you can click this drop down. You can filter. It says any license, or I can use Creative Commons, commercial use allowed, modifications allowed, commercial use and modifications allowed. So let me select that one. Check out how gorgeous these photos are that you can use for free. Okay, this is so cool. I mean, look at these photos. These are amazing, gorgeous photos. So let's say I want to use this photo. I mean, this is a beautiful photo. Let me actually see. I've used this one before, so let me just see if I can use a different one that is, you know, equally as stunning. Here's like a very well, and I apologize. Let me just let me take 1 second, because I kind of geek out on getting the right picture and you know, using photos that I really like. And let me just scroll through here. Okay, this one really jumps out. All right, so let's take this photo for example. So because this photo is Creative Commons licensed, I don't need to ask any permission. I already have permission to use this photo. I can use it right now. So how do we use it? So here's on the right-hand side, there's this little down arrow, and you can click on the down arrow to download the photo, and it's going to give you some options. And I'm just going to do this medium size so that it downloads quickly. And there it is, boom, it just downloaded here. And now I'm just going to take this image and I'm just going to, so it's in my downloads folder. I'm just going to save it to my desktop here. All right, and let's just go save. Okay, so now I've got the image saved to my desktop, and I want to then use this image on Facebook. And all I have to do is I have to give credit to this person, Berg Crystal. All right, so how do you do that? Well, on Facebook or in the Creative Commons, it just says you have to give credit and share a link. That's it. So I'm going to click this other arrow right here. This is the share arrow. And it gives me this nice, short, simple link right there. Okay, so now let's go and we'll go to Facebook. And now I'm just going to show you a way to do one photo. We're just going to post one photo by itself. Let me unpin this link from the top. And now I'm just going to choose one photo here. So let's go back. So remember, one photo is not the photo album stack. One photo is the is how to choose one viral photo. So here's the option. I can upload photo, video, and I'm going to go to my desktop, which is where I have that image, and I'll just grab it right here. All right, so there's the image. So it's now uploading. And then I need to give credit to the photographer. Okay, so I can say photo artist. Oh, hopefully that worked. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure if that one worked or not, but let's check it out. Hang on just a second. I'm going to say who the photo artist is. It's this person named Berg Crystal. So I've given the link and I've given her credit. All right, so there's the photo artist name right there. And for some reason, it's not displaying the preview. So let me just see if it actually worked or not. So let's try it and click publish, and let's see what happens. Think that, oh, good, it worked. Okay, here we go. So now I've published the photo and I've given appropriate credit to the photographer. All right, it's pretty sweet, huh? And if I want to go in and make some changes, I can just click edit posts here and I can go and make a change. Now, I've been doing Facebook marketing and Facebook posting for a little over 8 years, and I've learned a few things along the way that really helps you supercharge the virality and get a lot more likes and comments and shares. And one of the most powerful, potent ways to do that is by adding a positive quote from a famous person. Okay, so I see that we've got this beautiful photo. We got, mountains, and there's a lake, and there's valleys. I like to go. You can just Google. You can Google any kind of quotes. If you want to have a quote about mountains, that's easy to find. Or you can go to this website that I use called Goodreads that allows you just a quick way to find quotes. Let's see if we can find a good one. T-A-I-N. So let's see, we can just do like mountain or here, let's see if we, you're off to, ooh, this is a good one. I love Dr. Seuss. He's one of my favorite authors. All right, so let's start with this Dr. Seuss quote. Okay, so I just copied this quote. You don't need, if you're doing a quote, and you're already giving credit to the author of the quote, you don't have to do anything other than give that individual credit. So I have full permission to do what I just did here. I have the quote from Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places. Today is today. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. Love it. Dr. Seuss. And then the photo artist is Berg Crystal. And there's the Flickr link. That is it. Now, if you want to, you could also, for example, put in your own web URL. If I wanted to put in www.attractcustomersnow.com, you could do that. There's nothing that prevents you from doing that because this photo has the appropriate attribution license, okay? So I'm just gonna click done editing, all right? And there you go, now it's done. So Rochelle asks, where did I get that URL from? So remember, on Flickr, this down arrow is the download photo, and then this right arrow is the share photo. So what sometimes people do is they click and they get this huge, long, crazy link. That's not my favorite way to do it. My favorite way to do it is by clicking this share arrow, and it gives you this nice, simple, easy link. It's nice and short and cute and fits fits just right the way you want to do it. So hopefully that helps you, and hopefully that gives you, some other nice. Literally, you'll have millions and millions and millions of photos to choose from. I mean, over 67 million in Flickr that have the correct license. So you will never, ever, ever run out of photos for your photo album stack. Okay, so let's go on. And there was another question is, how do we then take this and how do we go to the next step? Okay, how do we start driving traffic to our website? Okay, and there's another way to do it. So the photo album stack is meant to help you get likes and engagement and get new people to discover you and your content. But you're not done once you do that. You have to take another step to get customers and drive traffic to your website. So give me a second. I'm going to take another sip of water here. So when you want to drive traffic to your website, then you need to do a different kind of post. And this is called a website clicks post. Okay, so I want to just show you a distinction here. One, if I click on any of these photos, it's just going to give me a larger image of that photo. Notice it didn't take me to a website at all. And if I click through the album, it just shows me a larger version of the photo. Okay, so that's great for getting lots of likes, comments, and shares. But that is not going to get us traffic to our website. If we want to get traffic to our website, we have to do it a little bit differently. So I'm showing you this example here. I did this. I did a launch recently where we drove traffic from Facebook, and we actually had like 5,000 people register through our launch. I think we got 6,000 emails, and we did a lot of Facebook marketing. A lot of our traffic came from affiliates and Facebook marketing and that sort of thing. And what we're doing here is this is a different kind of image on Facebook. Actually, it's just an image like any other image, but the way that we posted it on our wall is different. And so how we did it differently is we posted the link first. So let me just show you what I mean by way of example here. So if you want to create a way for people to click and get to your website, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a link. Okay, so there we go. So you see how this looks a little different than what we just did before? This is a link, and now underneath it allows me to upload an image. Okay, and I can modify this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the image that I want people to see in the link here. So let's go back to our desktop. I believe I have this saved on the desktop somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. Just a moment here. Oh, I must have taken it off my website. Okay, so let's do this. Give me one moment here. I know where it is. I put it in. Probably put it in the trash can. Let me find this really quickly here because I want to use it. All right, I found it. So let's just take this one out. We'll put it back on the desktop. And now we've got it here. Okay, so I'm going to click this plus button. All right, and I'm going to add the image that's on my desktop. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I think it's this one here. So let's see if we can upload it, make sure that it's the right one. So remember the difference, there it is. So it works great. And look at how, it's just a nice, big, beautiful picture. It's got a copy of my ebook. It's got the background on it. That's all good. But more importantly is when you click on this, it's going to take you to my landing page. All right, and so let's refresh this. It didn't download. I think there's still a lot of people on the webinar, so it's slowing down my internet a little bit. So we'll let it download here. It'll get there. But what the important part is about that is now when you click on the image, you're not seeing a larger image. When you click on the image, you actually go to the web URL that I want you to go to. And you can see here, this is the web URL. And another couple of cool features is I could leave that web URL in, or I could delete it, and it wouldn't make any difference. You know, I could just delete it, and then people can still click on the image, because now the image is already linked to that website. And I could say, yeah, I can then type in attract high-end clients now. All right, and if I want to, and I could say anything I want there, and I could also put that information, you know, here. I could say discover how to, whoops, let's undo that. I could say discover how to attract high-end clients now. Okay, and if I want to, I can make any adjustments to this as well. The only thing that I can't adjust is this, which is totally fine because it has my web URL in it. I don't mind that at all. Okay, and so all I do then is I click publish. That is it. All right, and there you go. You got this nice, big, beautiful post here. And it's still, I think the internet is just going slow because we have so many people on. But this is the landing page where people can click here to instantly download the ebook, which is what we want, and they go and download the manual. Okay, the ebook, that is. All right. So that's how you do it. It's really cool, and it's an easy way to start driving traffic to your website. So before we wrap up, I want to take the last couple of questions. Maureen says, Bret, are you still in the photo album? So no, if you'll notice, this is not in the photo album, Maureen. This is just one image that I posted. And if I scroll down, this is the photo album. So you'll know that you're in the photo album because it'll say wellness added, 4 new photos to the album. Yoga makes me happy. Okay. And that's how you know you're in the album. Whereas, let me see the other image that I posted. Let's see if we can find it. Like this image, by the way, is also not in the album because it's just one image. It's just a solo image right there. So hopefully that answers your question, Maureen. Rochelle, when you use a link rather than an image and then boost, you are not restricted to the 20% text. No, you are restricted to the 20% text rule. So what Rochelle is asking here, or is talking about, is that there is a rule on Facebook that your image, if it has more than 20% of the image is covered in text, you cannot advertise it. And that is true. So if you have an image that has too much text on it, and let me just show you a specific example here. I did one. So like these images have text on it. And these, like this one is probably just a little bit more than 20%. It's pretty close. Like this one's kind of right on the border. It might be like 25%. If it has more than 20%, you cannot advertise it. And so that would be the case in this one. I'd probably have too much text on this particular one to advertise it. However, this is a really interesting feature. If you have a book cover or a product image that has text on it, Facebook does not include that in the 20% rule. It's right in there. It's right in their terms and conditions and that sort of thing. So it does not apply to an ebook cover, a product image inside your Facebook page post. So it's pretty cool, Rochelle. So that's kind of neat. Mark, how big is your list and how long did it take to grow? Yeah, I think we're pushing 40,000 emails or so, Mark. And I've been doing it for about 4 years. And we get most of the majority of our email addresses have come from Facebook marketing and have come from our joint venture affiliate partners and doing cross promotions and speaking on summits and speaking at live events. So there's really been a lot of different ways where we've done list building, and it's worked very well for us. So we teach that actually in our, we have a 12-month mastermind where we teach you how to get your business off the ground, get your first $10,000 a month coming in, get your, start to grow your list and start to, create your lead magnets and things like that. Thanks, Mark. So we're getting to the end of our time here. And so one thing I want to throw out there is if you are interested in scheduling a one-on-one appointment with me, go ahead and write in the questions box one-on-one. So if you're interested in scheduling a one-on-one appointment with me, go ahead and write one-on-one in the questions box if you think I can help you grow your business in 2016 and get you set up in the best way possible so that you can grow your income and have more freedom with your lifestyle and get your own business off to a good start. Go ahead and write the words one-on-one in the questions box. Mariah said, can you please tell us more about affiliates and cross promotions? Okay. How does one do this? Well, good question, Mariah. All right, so we're a little bit off topic, but that's okay, because what we do is so how do you get people to cross promote you? Well, the most important thing is you have to be able to add value to them, Mariah. And since I don't know what you do, I can't just tell you exactly what to do. I have to learn quite a bit more about what you do and what value you offer. But the bottom line is you need to be able to add value to other people, okay? To other people who have email lists and other people who have email lists filled with people who you can who can become customers of yours. So the bottom underlying thing that you need to do is to be able to produce value. Now, what is value to those people? Well, the easiest thing to do is to ask. So, for example, when I started this business 4 years ago, I had a full-time job. You know, it was one of those really heavy, hectic kind of jobs, 70 hours a week kind of thing. And I literally only had 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week to start this business. But I had learned, by necessity, I had learned Facebook marketing. And so I had a value that I could bring to other people. And so I would go and approach my friends who I knew who had email lists, and they needed something that I had, which was marketing skills and particularly social media marketing skills. And because I was able to offer value, I was able to teach social media and marketing to them, their teams, and then ultimately their audiences. And so I didn't just magically, get promoted by big people. I've now been promoted by Eben Pagan and Bill Barron recently, and Callan Rush, and so those are big names in the online space. But I didn't start out that way. Where I started by approaching them individually and saying, how can I add value to you? What may I do for you? And I was able to, some of them said, well, I've got some employees and I would like them to learn how to manage our Facebook page. I said, I'll teach you for free. And all I ask is that if you get value out of what I teach you and teach your team, then all I would ask is for a testimonial and referrals to anybody who I might be able to help, as a customer. And that's really how I started, and it worked. And the bottom line is you just need a way to identify value, and when you can identify value from other people, then you can really start to leverage your time. T says, one-on-one, I wish I had stopped to speak to you this last weekend in Irvine. Yeah, so T, tell me what your name is. I see T, but I don't know your name. And I had I was at my friend Milana and Rich. They had a joint venture event last week in Irvine that I sponsored, and I had a booth at. And that was that's another example of how can you find affiliates. You can find where the affiliates go, like in an actual event just made for affiliates, like my friend Milana and Rich have, and go there. You'll find a lot of affiliates. So that's a great way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to, Linda asks, how do you get the extra pics on your cover photo? Canva can do that very well. So that's what Canva is very good for, Linda. Dawn, one-on-one, okay, gotcha. All right, so we're down to the end here. So for those of you, some of you know that if you could spend some private time with me, you could really benefit from me looking at your business plan and seeing what you're doing next year in 2016 to make sure that you have the best year of your life. But here's the problem. You can't hire me for just one-off coaching, meaning I don't coach for just one session. In order to hire me for one-on-one coaching, you have to spend $2,000 a month to be able to coach with me over 12 months and get private time. But instead of paying me $2,000 a month, what I'm going to do today on this webinar only, you can book a session with me for just $97. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend 20, 25 minutes, maybe a half hour together, and we'll spend as much time as we need to get my hands on your business and show you exactly what you should be doing over the next 12 months to make sure that 2016 is the best year of your life and the best year in business. And in addition, I'm going to throw in my program, Profitable Facebook Ads Step-by-Step, that's valued at $500. And so basically, you're going to get the equivalent of $2,000 of coaching plus profitable Facebook ads step-by-step just for 97 bucks. So right now, I'm going to post a link here. You can click on this link and schedule your one-on-one with me. I just put it in the questions box. So just click on the link and schedule a one-on-one with me. You'll click on it, and it'll get you to a calendar. You'll pick a slot for the appointment, and then you'll check out, and then we can have one-on-one time. And I'm going to give you all of my attention and see how we can help you strategize to have the best year, make 2016 the best year of your life. Because what I do is I help conscious coaches create six-figure income streams working forever, working from anywhere. This is actually a picture of me in front of our property in Costa Rica. That's me and my gorgeous wife. We're actually doing yoga there in front of our land that we own in Costa Rica. And if you want to have this kind of a lifestyle, I want it for you. So just click on that link that I sent you in the control panel here. In the webinar and in the questions box, and we'll schedule our one-on-one. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. And Rochelle, you should already have it because Rochelle signed up. And what we'll do is send me a Facebook message, Rochelle, and we'll get you the link. Jana Rowland, actually, I think you know my assistant, Jana Rowland. She'll be able to help you get your username and password to get your Facebook ads. So Rochelle signed up. Thank you, Rochelle. And we're going to have our one-on-one, I think, on Thursday or Friday. So just coming up very soon. So thank you all very much. It has been a real honor and a pleasure to me to share this time with you. I always get a big charge out of helping people with their conscious coaches create customer attraction strategies and do it through social media. I'm a total geek about this. I just love it. It's so much fun. And I love having the opportunity to spend some time with you. So thank you from everywhere in the world that you are, and for spending some time with me today. And we'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.